Welcome to another episode of the A Team at New Beginnings Farmstead. We have myself, Julie, Ryan, Elmo, Alyssa, Jeff, and Egidio. I went the other way.
Yeah, I like
just
that.
for fun.
Mixing it up.
I am mixing it up.
Yeah,
Crazy.
And you didn't forget Egidio this time.
I did not. I did not.
Clubs.
So we all have a map in front of us, and it is the map of the property, our farm. And we're talking about making trails throughout the farm. Julie drew a picture.
I did, so everyone knows which one's mine.
All right.
I should label mine.
So recently,
Not to scale.
Recently, Egidio and I have been going through the trails that already exist, and we've been cleaning up the woods. So trying to get a little bit of a head start on maple season. Usually we have to go through, and one of the first things we do is walk all the lines and the trails and see what Mother Nature has left for us over the summer months. And so we've been trying to clean up some areas where some trees have fallen, branches have fallen, and we cut down some trees that were dead standing, right, Egidio?
Yeah, a lot of dead standing.
We had a lot of dead standing.
We had dead standing, dead laying. We had a lot of stuff come down on the lines. There's going to be a lot of repair work this year.
And we already started doing some wood cutting and splitting, and we got quite a few totes ready. And
but not enough.
Of course, it's never enough. It's exhausting. So we're talking about making some trails, and Ryan happened to call and say that he wanted to come out and make some trails, and so that's what we're going to discuss.
This has been a long-standing project for me for years now, for a multitude of reasons. One, access to the rest of the property, because some of the places are not inaccessible by walking, but it'd be nice to hop in the mule and take a ride up, check on things. Some for, security purposes, just to be able to keep an eye on the property, and the other to access other stands of timber and or maple for us to tap in the future if need be, plus more access to places to clean up and get more firewood.
So full disclosure, there's about 40 acres of our farm that I have never stepped on.
I've never been to this mini field over here.
Correct.
Yeah, because you were here after the solar came. The only access to this was from this field.
So Julie is looking at this piece right here, which is open. This used to be hayed, right?
Yeah.
The previous farmer used to hay this area. I've been there, but this whole area here, which is adjacent to what Julie is talking about, I have never walked there. I've gone up onto the rail trail. The O&W rail trail runs right along our property. And I've walked on the rail trail next to it. But I haven't been in, and it's pretty dense, the wooded area over here. And
it also seems like there's a wetland adjacent to the rail trail, so
Yes,
you wouldn't
there
be able
is.
to just slosh through it.
no, it's actually not on our property.
But there's a
Well, it's on a property, so that
there's a pretty steep grade on the backside
there's a steep
here.
grade. Yeah, and
But that's on the other side.
no that. So on the map itself, where the O&W rail trail is, there's a small gully.
This is the rail trail.
Right. So this section in here, right in here, is shaded.
Oh, yeah.
Shade, and that's the area that has essentially a dry brook growing through it.
Right.
When there's
It's a
heavy
little
rain,
swampy.
it comes through, but other than that, it's usually dry or
Yep.
a little bit in there. So
Well, this area that I have not gone in, when we were looking to purchase the property, that's where you went through with the, what was the guy? What was he doing? He was
I say the assessor, but more of the appraiser for
appraiser,
the property. Yeah.
and you heard the bears back there.
Yeah.
So I have never gone there, and I know we have a game cams everywhere on the property, so we can see everything that's happening, and there is a lot of bear activity in that area. So
Yeah, there's a lot of pine back there. It's kind of steep in a couple of areas.
Yeah.
It's easy to get to with the four wheeler, not as easy to get to with the mule. The mule's a little wider. And so the idea of creating trails, first and foremost, is to get around the entire solar field to make it accessible to the back. But right now we have okay trail system on the one side, certainly on the north side of the northeast property part of it, but on the southwest side, somewhat limited. So we can get back there. It's not easy. The idea was to try to put in a trail system that we can expand our taps, put in additional. There's not a lot of maple in that area. It's more down by the retention pond, west of the solar field. and east of the solar field alongside the brook. There's a couple of maple trees.
It would be nice if there was a compass on here, so when you say east and west, we all are on the same page.
Somebody's being picky.
I'm just okay.
That's it.
Wouldn't east be on the outside of this? Of
No.
Well, he did it so that when you hold it up to the camera, it reverses it.
Where is there a retention pond in this picture?
Right here. That's a retention.
So if we were to put an initial on the different stands that we have, so like this, I know is East Ryan, and we have West Ryan over here. Right? I did that correctly.
No,
No,
Yes, I
not even
did.
close.
Ryan's over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I do need Julie's north, south, east, west. All right.
We're getting you
Oh
a
yeah,
GPS
yeah. What am I
compass
doing? That's
for Christmas.
so East Ryan is over there.
You're on someone
and
else's
West
property.
Ryan, right? So where is
No,
Julie?
you're still okay. This is your house. You're going
Yeah. East Ryan is on this side of the
in. Right here.
the-
Yes.
Right.
Right here. Okay. What is that? Oh, that's the
We're
structure.
still,
wrong.
we're
Yeah,
still
yeah, yeah,
using
yeah.
East and West Ryan.
Yes.
We're still not using.
Where
north and
is
south.
Upper Julie?
All of right here.
Then where's Lower Julie?
I mean, this is Upper Julie. This is Lower Julie. right
Okay.
here.
This is Danger.
Yes.
This is Goat.
Who came up with these?
Where
names?
did we get these names?
Upper Goat and Lower Goat.
Upper Goat and
I'm
Lower
not, I
Goat.
was never really part of the naming
That is
convention.
Yeah.
not true.
Yeah, that's not true.
Goat?
That's an absolute
Why would
lie.
we come up with goat?
Because you need to be a goat to climb up that
Yeah,
hill.
and I'm pretty sure you called it Goat.
Yes.
Well,
you
then
did.
why do we say danger?
Because it's
Because
scary.
it's a dangerous area. I think we've all been injured
Why
there. We
wouldn't
already
just
discussed
say
this.
Caution.
So
large
we have
rocks?
Upper Julie, Lower Julie. There's Goat, which is a ridiculous cliff that we climb up to tap like 4 trees. There's Upper Goat and Lower Goat. And this is Danger, where everybody falls in holes. So we have East Ryan and West Ryan over here. So when you look at where we have our stands, where do you want to put the trails in, Ryan?
So my idea here, because we have trails that are parallel to the entrance to the wedding field, you know what I'm talking about here?
Yes.
So there's a trail, there's 2 that run parallel to that field. I want to come off of that last trail and follow essentially about 50 yards off the property line straight back towards the rail trail. But there's a ledge. So if you return back towards the solar field, you come back about 100, 150 yards. There's a spot where the ledge opens up and there's a gradual grade to get down in this gully in the back. Get down into there and head up and run essentially parallel with the rail trail and come out at the top corner of the solar where the entrance is from the field to the rail trail. I'm going to pop out right in that corner where they were digging sand out of that back corner. The beginning. Right here. So
Here.
I'm going to come. You're upside down here. Yeah.
I'm
So
not.
I'm going to come in here and follow up to the ledge, come back around, and then drop down in this gully. And we've been down in here before. We've been on the mule down
So
through
this
here before.
is, it's kind of wet down there, isn't it?
No, it's
No?
only wet right along the rail trail itself, right here. If you stay on this high side, you can pop out right in this corner with relative ease. This is probably going to be the easiest one to make.
Mhm.
But then come along the back of the fence around the solar field. This drops off considerably down to this lower lying area. So I need to come across by the fence, drop down, and then there's a flat area that runs all the way back through this big stand of pine trees. Get over into this corner, come around and pop out in the corner of the field here low. Also come off of this trail parallel with the fence and come into the top corner. That way we can, explore more what we have in here. Some of this is up and down. It's pretty thick along this upper side, but you can come around the lower side. It's not terrible. This is mostly mature timber back here. Then from here, continue along the fence on the low side here, splitting the fence line and the property line. come around the bottom of the retention pond, and pop back out on the road, right where the entrance is to the solar again.
Okay.
So you're gonna
So you
basically
know,
come around everything to be able to isolate each one of these stands individually and give us a little more access.
But there's
And
a lot of steep access here.
no, not really. Once you get down over this ledge runs right straight through here like this, but there's a break in it. You don't have to come all the way back over to here because there's another ledge that runs up this way. So if you come along here, there's a break in it where you can come down over this hill and then circle back and come back over closer to the property line and go down here. And this is all pretty easy down in here. I mean, there's a little bit of a grade change, but it's nothing crazy, nothing steep. The hardest part is going to be right here behind the solar field. Coming along the backside of this fence, you have to stay high enough to get across.
by the retention pond.
Nope,
On
opposite side.
other side of the field.
Between the rail
Okay.
trail and the solar. And then once you get, it starts to level out back there. It's been a while. I want to say it's probably midway on the solar field. And then you either stay along the top, which is what I'll do to come around the backside of this fence and pop out in the small field, or drop down a little bit and then come along.
Yeah,
the
we
bottom
actually
of this.
just drove that where you're talking about.
Yep.
And you're gonna have to put some fill in over there because
Well,
it's pretty.
I'll dig.
It's. Yeah, I felt like we are gonna roll in the.
When I get to that edge, I'll dig out the right side and put it over onto the left because we're not talking about making these big enough for a truck. They just
Right.
need to be big enough for the tractor to get in there. So 8 feet wide, 9 feet wide. And it's not a long area that it's like that.
Right.
It doesn't take much to level that up to get
Yeah,
through. 'Cause
I was definitely uneasy going through there.
we went through here on the mule before the solar was in. We came off the back corner of this field and just dropped down and got into this heavy pine area in the back. But we didn't go all the way around and pop out in the small field. We just turned around and came back up and ran along the edge of the field to the small field.
Can you ride any of this now?
Yeah, you can on a four-wheeler. You can ride easily. Yeah.
So what we just did is we went on the trail. We went around where he's talking about is right here because this is where the rail trail is, and it's very steep. Like I said, we were in the mule, and I was like leaning all the way over because I felt like, oh my god, if my body weight is on this side, we're rolling, and you can go all the way around to like here. What are you shaking?
Are
your
you
head for?
saying no?
Nothing.
I don't know. I just saw her reaction. You shook your head.
So we got all the way to here, and that's it. We couldn't go any further.
Right.
What, Julie? What?
Nothing. Apparently I'm not allowed to have any facial expressions, no reaction. I can't cry spontaneously.
You can't, but you do. Look, she's doing it right now.
No, I'm not.
But we can't. You can't go all the way around. And I do plan. Let me find it on here because I'm completely disoriented. Where I want to put the bees is like in this area, right? Is that
In what area?
It's like up the driveway. So it's. I want to say here.
Where?
Is this is the driveway? Where's the driveway?
Put it down for a second. Where do you want to put them?
You know where? Where's the driveway? This is the driveway, right?
If you don't,
Yeah.
you should.
This is the driveway?
Yes, the driveway.
So it's like right here.
By the parking lot.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
So if we put in the bees here, there is a little bit of a trail that is like right here, correct? JDO, you're not looking.
That trail is still there. If you come out of this corner, right here,
Yes.
if you come out of that corner where we put the truck body, the one container that used to be down here, if you
Yeah,
go
yeah.
in right there and turn immediately right, that goes along the edge of the hill and jumps right up over the top. That trail's still there. I actually took that trail in the middle of the summer.
Oh.
There's
it's
a
like
tree
now-
across it, but it's still
Okay.
there.
So that needs to be like better cleared because it's like pretty,
But
like
that-
there's brush and stuff.
Yeah, that one, it's just grown up because I scraped all that down right to the rock when I was cleaning up back there with the track loader.
So where does that go? Because does that go to the retention pond?
No, so the trail, when you get to the top, the wedding field's on your left and there's a trail on your right. It goes straight in that we run the maple line across with the flags on it. It connects to that trail. And there's another trail that went up where the road now deviates from the old trail where all the trailers are parked. It also connected with that looped around in that corner in the triangle.
And where did you want to put other trails? There's the one area that I want to say, where's the parking lot? So if this is the parking lot, is this the parking lot?
This cleared part.
There's a trail that's, if you're looking at the parking lot, it's on the right and it goes up back here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Goes up the
Where we
hill.
made the ramp to go
Right.
up
Yeah,
on
yeah.
top
Goes
of
up
here.
the hill.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
But is that an actual trail?
Not yet. No.
Is that part of this plan?
Phase 2B.
What's 2A?
The first part of phase 2.
None. Yeah.
You guys are
Gideon?
so funny.
Is there any other place that you want trails?
No,
I know your big thing is you want to go around the entire
that's
solar.
all I want to be able to do. Get around
So-
that solar.
Well,
field.
that you want to get up on that one ridge too, right? By the barn, across from the barn,
Yeah, that's what Elisa was talking about, being able to get up back over
back,
here.
right, and come
Yeah.
across.
So
Phase 2B.
to be determined.
Yeah, I got it.
Um,
You don't have to explain it.
So the
I
of
got
this-
the joke. Do you want to explain your joke too? Because so I look like the idiot here. Go ahead.
okay.
Okay.
Any of these
Why
trails
do you feel the need to lash out at people? I don't.
so young, so
Right,
angry.
angry,
Damn that
Emotion.
rap music.
pure,
It's just
anger.
emotions.
Was that Dr.
It's the
Doolittle?
value.
Was that the quote?
It's the
Give her a
value.
new set of
That's
eyes
Dr.
and
Doolittle,
bang.
right?
So by putting this perimeter trail in here, we can then connect, because there's trails that aren't on this map that are already pre-existing, and we can connect all these together. But once we get around in this back corner, you can connect anything you want. Once you can cut it in half. You can do whatever.
Yeah, but once you do that, you're opening this up for other people from the rail trail to just come in and be like, "Ooh, look at that, a trail."
But not really, because coming in from the rail trail,
I almost laughed.
it's
Because I'm right.
It's very-
Go ahead. Come onto the property.
it's very clearly marked that it's private property. But by only having that one access from the rail trail to this, you would have to come in there and know that you were trespassing to get to any of this.
Yeah. You think that most people that are trespassing don't know that they're trespassing? And then it's like, oops, I didn't realize. Just saying.
To be fair, didn't we have two people cross country ski down to the barns one year?
Mhm.
We did. We've had many people will be standing on the driveway and suddenly people are riding their bike down the driveway. They didn't realize that they left the rail trail and entered private property,
But
even
did-
though there's many signs.
Did we have? Oh, we did have signs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh.
We're posted. Yep, we are very well posted.
Were we then, and are we now?
Yes, we were then, and we are now. We've actually our posted signs have been vandalized.
This
Right?
isn't your land; it's God's land.
No, we've had a couple things happen. We had
How did we get to that?
Because I had somebody tell me that who was using my front yard as a dog park.
Oh, well, your front yard is a good dog park.
It's not a good dog park because I don't have a dog.
I know. Well, you
Did you
should.
tell them that they don't own the dog? The dog belongs to God.
Right.
I didn't. I didn't want to get into it with them. I just told them to get them out of there. And
Yeah, we've had
Some dog
we
park.
had somebody spray paint over our private property signs, right? No trespassing signs.
Oh yeah, the green.
Yeah, spray painted
I
them
think
green.
you need some audible warnings.
We also
You should
audible,
just have a
ooh, like
large
sirens.
alarm system.
No, like flashbangs.
I was just saying, I was going with
Yeah.
flashbangs.
Yeah, flashbangs.
We did
Trip
notice
wires with flashbangs.
we were walking on the rail trail not too long ago and noticed that our neighbors had some of their no trespassing signs were spray painted green as well. Maybe they don't know that it happened or it recently happened. I have no idea.
Is there
But,
like a man in the woods, a woman in the woods? I don't know. Is there
I don't
just
know.
someone?
Well, there was someone in the woods with a can of spray paint.
Yeah.
Apparently, someone
And
exists out
somebody
there.
pulled the you had the signs up with a chain, didn't you?
Yeah, posts in the ground with a chain across and just a hasp on it, nothing crazy, and essentially just to keep any four wheelers and stuff out. That's
Right.
all, right? So we have people coming through the rail trail. They look at the solar field. They come down that little trail by the brook, by the dry brook, and they look at it. And we've had people claim that they had picnics there before. it was a beautiful field and
Picnics.
picnics. That's right. And but yeah, I went back there. I put
Is that what you crazy kids are calling them nowadays?
I sank these posts in the ground, put the chain across, put a sign, no trespass, new beginnings, the contact information, right? So, and go back there. The
Contact
signs.
information? 911?
No, they can call Elise anytime. And hey, we're back on the back of your property, and we were wondering.
Trespassers will be shot. Survivors will be shot again.
You know what really upset us is we do allow limited hunting here
Right.
for those people, and
For friends.
yeah, for friends, right? For friends, and obviously they're responsible people, and they set up the trail cams and stuff. So one guy had a hunting blind back there, and it was only set up for a couple of days. And next thing he knew, he goes back there, and it's clearly on our property, far enough in. It's
It
not even-
is really far.
It's
in.
not within 200, 300 feet of the rail trail, and he goes back there, and somebody had actually slashed it.
like
Slashed it in pieces.
multiple times.
You know,
like
I mean, you're talking about-
destroyed the hunting
yeah, I mean,
blind.
they-
It was
you
brand
know,
new.
Criminal mischief, right? Criminal trespass.
Yeah.
And so it is what it is, right? $100 or whatever it was, and so that's what we decided to start putting up the access signs. We then expanded that same year to include no trespassing around the perimeter of the property. We had our forester do it for us, and so the signs are clear, they're legible, plastic. We use the nails, the aluminum nails that they tell us to use, but we went back there, and somebody had, because there were metal signs, ripped them out of the ground.
Mhm.
So then I actually bolted them to another post that was put in with a machine. They're not going anywhere. And we came back and it was spray painted green. So I don't know if they just want to enjoy the peace and quiet and tranquility of seeing undisturbed land, in addition to the backdrop of this huge 2 megawatt solar field that we have. But the fact of the matter is, and you're not paying the taxes on the property, stay off the property, right? That's
Bingo.
it, right? But our phone number is on it. If somebody wanted to come join the land, we're not against that, right? If somebody wants to have a good time, we're okay. Maybe not have a good time. Maybe I should say that.
Have a picnic.
Have a picnic.
I should say that. But we recognize we're stewards of the land, and we've done a fair share of doing what we got to do to maintain it. But respect the fact that you're not paying taxes on it. We are,
Right.
So, but yeah. So I mean, at this point, we do have a sign up there. It seems to hold up. No one's touched it, but that is because we have trail cams everywhere now that trigger signal, and
Right.
our response time is about what the fire department says, about 2 minutes to get back there. But yeah, there's lights, cameras, the whole thing. So it is what it is.
So when can we look forward to you doing some trails, Ryan?
We just need to do a preliminary
Walkthrough?
take a look, and I'm going to spend a couple hours. I'll walk it first, flag it, and then when I get on the machine, it's go time.
Nice.
Because and again, most of this is pretty easy going. The first part of this trail system is probably only going to take about a day, but the second part is going to be a little more. There's going to be a little more digging in that, but I'm
it
going
would
to
probably be easier if you had somebody go with you to help you move the trees, because there's probably some trees. And
Well, you definitely need
Well-
somebody with a chainsaw on the ground.
But the majority of this, I'm going to try and not to disturb anything that's. I can go around it. The whole point of these trails, it just doesn't have to be a straight road to go around the outside of the property.
No, I just mean whatever's fallen.
Well, that's like around the solar when you could drive around it,
Right.
but there's a lot of dead trees laying down.
Right.
That for us, we kind of like had to get into the middle of the mule to get around it without bending anything, and so I think it'd be easier just to be able to go back there, have somebody with the chainsaw just lop off that section. You don't have to, and a lot of it, when we looked at it, short of that area you're talking about in the, the southeast side of that solar that kind of drops off where you got to fill in.
Mhm.
The rest of it really doesn't take a lot of work.
No,
I
and
mean,
it's smooth sailing. When you get through the heavy brush and get into the open woods, you can pick where you're going to go, and you just take the path of least resistance.
Which
to
machine are
get
you
through.
using though?
I'm going to use the Mini.
The Mini.
Yeah, it's the easiest machine to use. Doesn't have heat or AC
Oh,
or a radio, but
A radio.
I'll
Oof.
tough it out.
The excavator has all that.
no.
I'm not clearing with that. I'm not clear with that. We could land a plane back there.
All right. So we will hopefully take some pictures of your process, your progress, and be able to post some pictures and video. We wear a GoPro.
Yeah, I'll wear GoPro.
Great. That makes it much easier.
I can put it right on the front of the machine.
Perfect. That sounds like a plan.
All right.
All right. Looking forward to it. So if you would like to see more of our videos, please like and subscribe, and we hope you join us again.
See you soon.